Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeff Crouere. Thanks for watching the Jeff Crouere Show. In this episode, we're going to talk about the upcoming midterm elections. Of course, the Democrats have all power. They've got the media, they've got Hollywood, they've got the universities, they've got the unions, they got the special interests, they have social media, they have big tech, they have corporations, and they've got the House, the Senate, and the White House. Now, this fall, we've got an opportunity to take back control of the House and the Senate from the far left. What's interesting is the Democrats did not win a mandate. They barely, quote unquote, won, and they're pushing through an agenda that is super far to the left, and the American people hate it. So this is the opportunity to say no to Joe Biden, no to the Democrats. People need to come out in massive numbers in the midterm election. So for Republicans to win in the midterm elections, they're going to need to do a series of things, which we're going to outline here on the program in this episode and other episodes. And, you know, it's going to be vital because there's never been a more important midterm election than the one we're seeing this year. Why is it so important? Well, I mean, everything's at stake. If the Democrats win, then they continue to push this agenda through, we're going to have more devastation and destruction in the country. If Republicans can take control, they can at least stop it and try to fight back. And that could be what saves the country. So one important thing is that folks out there, when they see appeals from the RNC, from the National Republican Senatorial Committee, National Republican Congressional Committee, they need to think twice because they're giving it to these big entities that spend a lot of money on consultants. They give a lot of money to RINOs, Republicans in name only. These are the ones who helped the Democrats get their agenda through. These are the ones that thwarted President Trump's Make America Great Again agenda. The RINOs are as bad as the Democrats. So the only people who need to be focused on electing are those that are pro-America first, pro-Make America Great Again candidates, those who support the Trump agenda. So the best thing to do is to give individually to Republican candidates and just say no to these organizations that waste it all on consultants. So you give to the candidates that are going to make a difference. And then you look at these candidates and make sure that they're going to be supporting an America First agenda. That is putting our needs first, as opposed to the needs of the special interests, the consultants, the neocons, the warmongers, the globalists, all the different entities that are now pushing for attention and money. But the American people have a lot of problems here. We've got an array of issues that aren't being addressed by the members of Congress. So we need candidates who are going to say, hey, we need a border that needs to be secured. We need cities that need to be secured. We need an economy that needs to come back. We've got to make sure that these issues are addressed before we can really help anybody else, because this country is facing hard times and things are only going to get worse if the Democrats win this fall. So it's essential that they lose, but it's essential that the right type of Republicans get elected, because if we elect RINOs, that's not going to help this country at all, because RINOs are as bad as Democrats. RINOs are just Democrat light. They want to tax, but just a little bit less. They want to grow government, but just a little bit less. They want to add all these intrusive mandates, but not quite as many. We need people that are going to break free from that completely. We need people that are going to embrace a reform agenda. Things such as term limits, making sure that they serve for a limited time and then come home. And then really limiting the reach of government, the scope of government, the spending of government, and the power of government, so that we can embrace liberty and freedom and our constitutional principles once again. We've gotten away from it. We need to get back to it. And this election is a good time. The most important midterm election is coming this fall. We need to get out in big numbers and vote, but it needs to be the right type of Republican, not just a RINO, but a Republican that is going to put America first. I'm Jeff Crouere. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow and subscribe to get more information. Go to crouere.net. You can learn everything about the shows and all our upcoming activities. Thank you so much for watching The Jeff Crouere Show.